Good morning, good afternoon. Carla Zen Queen here. And I'm hoping that everybody is kind of getting a daily action plan in place. I'm going to go over posting in Facebook groups today. I've gone over, how to, not necessarily how to set up your IBO account, but you know that you should have an IBO account and be grabbing credit codes daily and turning your ads on there. That really is like a 5-minute step in the morning, in the evening, to get those free views to your offer, right? So don't pass that up. That's real huge, especially if you're just getting started and you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. So make sure that you have the IBO credit codes on your list, on your daily action plan, as well as, like, because I'm still selling on eBay and Bonanza platform, I have that step in my daily action plan. But so then, usually what I do is I will post to Facebook right away in the morning, either something educational or something inspirational, or something to that effect. I'll then go and check my eBay and Bonanza and Amazon orders and get those compiled and out the door. And then my IBO, my free ads. I would then check my emails. I think I kind of went over this with you, but I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what my daily action plan is. And I don't just keep it in my head, I write it down. When you write it down, you can check off the things that you've accomplished, and you can chart your progress daily, right? Usually the problem isn't who's teaching you what to do, it's not taking action. So you've got to take action. You've got to, like I say, you've got to share that link out. There's no two ways around that, either with, like, some of the methods that I do, I'll show you. I'll go through my friends list, right? Who have I had conversations with, and I might just, who can I hit up here real quick? Here, Ray's a guy that you don't have to put all of our whole conversation in here, but you can see here I say, Ray, I'm creating a small mastermind, and I just kind of give them an upfront, once a user purchases, they get set up with a business advisor. Just a quick rundown of what the business consists of, and then I just say, let me know and I'll send you a link. It's $27 one time. Right, so he didn't really ask for the link. He was kind of busy. But so this is somebody that I can right now go back to. I don't have to. I guess I've already done that. Followed up with him. But right, I just pop this message to him, and then let me get finished with this pageant. I'll have a look at it. Awesome. Anything I can do to help you, and blah blah blah. Right. So this is what relationship building is, because you see that we've had other conversations. It's not just that I'm dropping my link to him and hoping that he clicks on it and buys. This is a relationship that I built with him, right? I'm just saying that we have conversations outside of business, right? I'm interested in what Ray is doing. Ray knows that I'm interested in what he's doing, and that I want to help him, right? It's and then there's life. Like he's saying he's doing a pageant, and so he kind of had his hands full. So, I understand that. But at the same time, right, I've given him a couple days. This was on the 16th. It's actually been a couple weeks, right, to get past this pageant. And so now I would, say, hey, Ray, did you get a chance, to check out my link? But you see, I haven't sent him the link yet, right? So I'll do that right now. Right. I know you were busy with the pageant. Here is my link to check out this opportunity I'm promoting. All right. http zen.biz. Alright, real simple, just like that. But yeah, you can go through your friends list and people that you've done business with before or that you've built a relationship with. You can send them something simple like this. I'm creating a small mastermind group around a new product, right? That's how simple that was. It's not really sales when you've created a relationship with people. So how do you create relationships with people online? Well, one of the ways is by, friending people and having conversations with them, but sometimes that can be awkward. I can give you some tips on, how to break the ice, but one way to do that, I don't want to say without creating relationships, but how to accumulate people to have these relationships with would be by posting in the Facebook groups. Now, Facebook changes all the time. We see technology growing and changing, and so maybe you're part of other groups, but you're not sure if you can post in those groups, right? I'm going to click on groups. You're going to find your groups on the left-hand side, and this is the big change it's kind of done. So you see that, I've got some of my favorites here, which is our group, the WWS WebWell System, Zenden, and then the WebWell System official group, right? I really peruse the WebWell System, so don't hesitate going in there. It's not a place that you can post your ad, right? This is a place where you get information about WebWell System, and that's kind of like my group. This is my personal group for where you get information about WebWell System, but I will always tell you to also be part of the official group, right? And so some of these are, irrelevant to what you're doing and what we're doing together here as far as promoting the WebWell System. And so then these are the groups I manage. These are groups that I've started over time, right? I've been marketing online over 3 years, I'll say closer to 4, right? But very seriously for 3 years. Very successfully for the last, year and a half, 2 years, very successfully. I've just recently did 6 figures in about 6 months' time on the e-commerce platforms, and kind of just taking my focus from that and really coming back to the basics, because my inner passion is really to help people achieve the same freedoms that I have, right? And some of that is time freedom. Some of that is, I moved 1,500 miles away from what I called home for most of my life. That was a big challenge, a big change. But that part of my story really changed things for me. It just removed a lot of the things that were holding me back, whether that was, just my perception or my reality, right? It changed things. And so I encourage people, you don't have to make big drastic changes like moving across the United States like I did, but the reality is you've got to be willing to change. You've got to be willing to change your habits. You've got to be willing to change the way you think, because sometimes we think that things are easy and they're not, right? And so I try to approach everything with there's a learning curve to everything. There's a learning curve to posting on Facebook. There's a learning curve to having a fan page. There's a learning curve to publishing a blog post. There's a learning curve to everything. So we have to be willing to, one, be committed for a time frame. Like me, I like to commit myself anywhere from 3 to 6 months. I feel like if I'm giving it my all for 3 months solid, and I'm not getting results, then I'm in the wrong place, right? I've never been in something that if I've given it my all, that I've never gotten results from, right? I always get results because I always give it my all, even when I didn't have all the knowledge in the world. Not that I have all the knowledge in the world now. The reality is I know where to find the knowledge, right? And so sometimes that's asking somebody, could you point me in the right direction? I'm looking how to, post ads on Craigslist. And so things like that, we can go to Google, we can go to YouTube, we can go to Facebook, we can go to our friends, we can go to other marketers. So how do we build our circle up? It really is posting in these groups and just letting it be known that you're marketing. I know that early on, I was afraid of doing this, but the reality is I'll go to Work at Home Business, because this is a page that somebody else started up and they kind of handed it off to me, right? So there's not a lot of members in here, but a good chunk, 2,786 is, no small amount. And then, I allow people to post their ads here. And so here's an ad that I posted actually 12 hours ago last night before I went to bed. And it's not real salesy, right? It's just your past cannot be changed, but you can change your tomorrow by your actions today. It's really, I'm hoping to, light a fire under people's butts. Sometimes that's all we need, right? I know that some of my peers, Tracy Hemingway, has spoke some belief into me, and really, called me on, I'm just going to say it, called me on some of my shit. Sometimes we can get caught up or lack of focus or get comfortable. I keep saying that I got comfortable in my eBay box, right? Why would I go outside of what's cha-chinging for me? And the reality is we want to have leverage. I'm at a point in my marketing journey that I've got multiple income streams that I could put to work for me every day. And because I have consistently kept at that, it's become faster and easier for me to do, right? So literally, I can complete my daily action plan. If I've got no distractions, I can complete my daily action plan in about an hour and a half, 2 hours a day, right? Now, because I have the time freedom, I can give it more than those 2 hours and really get the massive results that most people desire, right? 6 figures in 6 months is no small joke. So, but I'm not the type of person, I don't want to, I'm not looking to impress anybody with numbers. My reality is knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. The more that you apply that knowledge, you put it to work for you, the faster you're going to get results. So this is actually, all marketing is actually dependent on you doing something with it. It's not just about, sitting around and overthinking it or over-planning it. It's real basic. It's just our head starts running away with thoughts and ideas. It's real simple. It's as simple as posting like this. So anybody that wants to be invited to this group, feel free to inbox me. I'll send you an invite. I can add you here, and you can post your ads here. And so those are the groups that you're going to want to look for. Usually groups will have something at the top and tell you the rules. You'll see that there are no rules in here. I don't like rules. So I don't like having to put them down, but some people will take advantage of the fact that they can post here, and they'll do what's called spamming. Now you see what's the difference between spamming? Well, I posted in this group 12 hours ago, and since then only one other person has posted. That means this group isn't really too active, right? But it would be ridiculous for me to come in here right now and post my ad again when there's only one ad between the last time I posted. So I don't have to post here again. This is here. People, when they come to this group, they'll see this. Depending on what you're saying, right, they potentially have the option of clicking on your link if they so desire. If your link is not out here in these groups, they can't click it. That's the big thing. Why do you want to post on Facebook? Well, if you're not getting results, you've got to do something different than what you're doing. And so I would imagine you're not posting in groups. You're not building relationships with your friends list, right? You're not being active in the marketing groups. So this is just an example of, how easy an ad can be. Like this guy, he's just got, click link for details. There's the link, and a little information about his opportunity. And that's just how simple it is. Some text, your link, and an image that, tells them a little bit about your opportunity. Now see here, this guy, Virgil, there's only 2-3 ads in between here. So hypothetically, this guy's kind of spamming the group, right? This is what you don't want to do. You don't want to have the group just full of your ads. That's not going to work for you. That is spamming. And so you see there's not a lot of, here's this guy, he's duplicating. So I'm just going to delete the post and remove the user, because for me it's just easier to do that than it is to go through all here. It's crazy. Delete the post. But see how the spamming can create extra work for group owners. So you just want to scroll through the group a little bit, see that yes, it's okay to post your ad here, and then just go ahead and post it. You can go back to the groups. This is what I do. What I did last night. I posted in, I want to say 3 or 5 groups I don't do more than that at a time because Facebook is gonna grab you and put a kibosh on you if they perceive that you're spamming. So I usually say don't post in more than 3 to 5 groups in an hour's time, right? You don't want to just go gung-ho and post 20 ads in 20 groups in 5 minutes because Facebook is going to put a kibosh on you. So you just have to be aware that you can't go gung-ho. We want you to do something. We want you to post ads, but you can't go gung-ho. And so you'll see, let me click on one of my local groups, right? So like this is a local Trash to Treasures group here in Corpus Christi. And if I scroll down, I see that people are selling, tangible items, couches and kennels and exercise equipment. So this is not somewhere that I want to post my business opportunity because that is not what this group is about. Okay, that's just for an example of where not to post, right? Let's go back to my group list. You'll see some people like how we have the WWS Zen Den. That is my personal group, right? And so because that's my personal group, let's go there. Because that's my personal group, you would come here, and again, there's no real rule that says don't post ads here. But this is not an ad posting group. This is so that I can support my team, and you might be a part of other people's personal groups, right? Like I know some people are in Banner Ad Frenzy, and so the Banner Ad Frenzy groups are just that, right? Members only. And then this is for the elite members, right? The CPA members. And so these types of groups that are personalized to a product, you don't want to post your ads in there. So there is a difference in what groups are okay for ads and what groups aren't. How do you find groups? You can go right here to the Discover, and it's gonna give you some examples of groups that your friends are in, right? And so you can kind of go through and say, Terry's Tupperware Party, Corpus Christi Pets, right? It's going to give you some ideas of where you can post. Here's a good Biz Op Marketing. Let's click there and see what's going on in there. I'm not a part of this group, but yes, I can see that people are posting their ad here. So let me join this group, right? I'm just going to click the join group, and it appears that it's pending, right? So when they approve me, then I can come back here and post in this group. So I encourage you to just do that. Find 5 to 10 groups that you can post in, just like I showed you. Just go to your groups and scroll through them and see what Facebook is suggesting you join. See where your friends are. See where you can share your opportunity for success, right? I love multiple streams of income. Again, all of these are probably digital marketing questions. You just kind of have to go through them and join them, right? If you're having a problem finding groups that fit your need, hit me up. I can add you to some. Here's another one, work from home, right? So here there's 34,000 members. I'm going to scroll down because I maybe posted in here last night, like 12 hours ago. But there's plenty of ads in here, right? So I'm just going to post my ad here because I haven't posted ads today on Facebook. And real simple, I'm just going to use the same thing that I used last night. I'm going to click the Start Discussion. Let me see. I've got this copied and pasted in a chat that I had with my son. So I'm just going to, let me see if I got that pasted. Yes, okay. So I already have the ad copy. I'm going to close this out and close this out because I want a different image there. So just like that. I've got my little bit of ad copy, I've got my image, I've got a link to my domain, and boom, I've posted in a group, right? That easy. And so like I say, you probably want to do this, I would say no more than 5 times in an hour, depending on what your time frame is, right? You know, how much time are you allotting daily, because you should be allotting an amount of time. Even if you're just giving yourself an hour, in an hour you can post to 5 Facebook groups. You can convert your ad credits on IBO and having free traffic running to your offer. You can go post in, you know what I'm saying, in an hour you can accomplish a lot if you write it down and just go do it. You know, copy paste. It's that simple. So within an hour's time you could hypothetically post to 5 Facebook groups. You could convert your IBO credits and have free ads running there, and you could go post 5 ads on a classified site, or you know, 5 classified sites. So that's, like I say, that's an hour's worth of work, right? It doesn't have to be that much more, unless you're really going hard, your back's really against the wall. Then you have to 10x that stuff. You know, don't abuse the group posting in Facebook, because Facebook will get you. There's alternatives though. Facebook is not the only social media site out there. Last night I also let me jump over to my Twitter, because I took this little ad and I did what's called syndicating, right? I shared it in more than one place. I shared it on Instagram, I shared it on Twitter, I shared it in the Facebook groups, and then I mailed out to my list. I also, you know, have the IBO ads running, and then I have some free classified ads running. And so really it's all on automation. It's, you know, I can't go out there, literally I can go out there and make the sale face to face, but if we're looking for automation, it's just that, repeated daily, it's eventually going to get you results if you are consistent, meaning that you do it daily. You take 1 hour a day and just get it done. But if you're not sharing your link out there, that is the reason that you're not getting results. We can't think that we share our link in one place and that's just going to pop the bubble wide open for us. It is the repeated actions. It's a process that you have to go through. So commit yourself. Commit yourself, even if it's 30 days or 90 days or 6 months. Commit yourself to doing you know, what I'm telling you to do in a timely manner. Take 1 hour a day, focus on the easy steps that I just gave you, the free classifieds, the IBO credits, and posting in the Facebook groups. And then if you have a Twitter account or an Instagram account, feel free to share that stuff over there, right? Because that's what's getting your stuff out there. It's not just today, right? This ad is still here on my Twitter page from 12 hours ago. So anybody that comes to my page is going to see this, right? Anybody that you know, does a search, you know, these are hashtags. So if somebody clicks on the leads, whether it's from mine or somebody else's, my little thing, there's Dee Powell, see? So she has, you know, that tagged out to leads. I know Dee from the marketing arena, but you can see that, you know, mine's buried now, but mine should be popping up here with that hashtag, right? So that's how that kind of works. But it's there. It doesn't matter if I go back there again tomorrow and post it again. It's there for people to find. If your stuff isn't out there, people aren't going to find it. People can't click a link that's not there. So that's pretty much all I have about, you know, posting in the Facebook groups and just getting into a daily routine of just getting it done. Just bada bing, bada boom, do it. So again, I'm just going to go over what my daily action plan is. I've got it written down. So I post a good morning on Facebook. I go and check my e-commerce platforms and fill those. I then would go to IBO, get my credits, convert them, turn my ads on that I've already got posted. Check my emails, email my list. I would then post into a couple groups on Facebook, and then also take that same post and share it out to my Twitter or my Instagram or whatever other social media that you have. And then, you know, the other thing that I suggest is doing mindset, especially if you're new. Things need to change, right? A lot of times it's us that needs to change. It's not our environment, it's our actions or our thoughts. And so realistically, take out a piece of paper, make a daily action plan, make a commitment to yourself to, you know, do this for 30 days, the steps, just do it, and see where you're at. Because I think some people try to get ahead of themselves. They think posting one ad is gonna, like I say, pop that bubble open. It has the potential, but it has more potential when you have 1,000 ads out there. You have 1,000 different places where you've left your link. That opens up, you know, the ability to have your link clicked more frequently. Realistically, from what I've done since I did the first video in the group and showed you, you know, that I'm running ads on IBO and I'm running ads on free classified sites, you know, my clicks are, I've got over 850 clicks and 4 sales. And so that's what I'm saying. When we get into, you know, you want tens of thousands of views, and how can you do that? It's not just by, you know, chatting with one friend on Facebook or posting in one group on Facebook. It's some methodical action taking, and I've given you some real simple methods to get your link out there as quickly as possible. We're going to start moving into some advanced methods. So if you haven't started the IBO, if you haven't started the free classifieds routine and then posting in your groups, it's going to start feeling overwhelming, because you're going to start feeling like you've got 20 tasks to do rather than 3. And some of the tasks that I'm moving into are going to be more complicated. You're going to need more advice from me. You're going to, you know, get stuck on some steps. And the reason that I have you do the free classifieds and the IBO and the posting in the Facebook group is because then your link is out there automated. It's automatically working for you, and you can take that time, right, when you've got your daily action plan crunched down to an hour, you can then add another half an hour or take another half an hour and do some ranking methods, whether that's creating a video or creating a blog post or creating a press release. I couldn't think of the word. Or creating a press release. This is going to take more time because it's gonna be compiled of more than just a sentence or two. So do yourself a favor and get these out there so that when we move into that, and we're probably going to be moving into that rather rapidly next week, and this is my forte, blogging and ranking with keywords. I'm going to show you how to find keywords, how to use those keywords to your benefit for people that are searching for terms that our opportunity fits under, right? So, but it's not going to make a lot of sense to you. We can't jump into chapter 12 if you haven't even started chapter 1, right? So make sure that you're going back over these videos that I'm popping in here and actually applying them, because that's where you're going to get results. That's all I have for today. You know, inbox me if you have any questions or comment below. I'm going to be doing, like I say, some more videos this upcoming week and really pushing you guys to really take action, because that's what it's all about. I want you all to have a great day. Peace.